Welcome to Weekend Update. Today's top story is tragedy avoided at father-son campout. Here with the commentary on kids today is Grumpy Old Man. Welcome, Grumpy Old Man. Grumpy? Grumpy?
I'm old and I'm not happy. I don't like things now compared to the way they used to be.
Well, okay, Grumpy Old Man. What are your thoughts on kids today?
Kids today, I don't like them. In my day, kids didn't have earbuds sprouting out of their earlobes like mutating balls of flesh. And their eyes weren't constantly buried into their iPhones and their iPods, fluggity-floop, making their skulls glow like translucent orbs of sun-deprived pastiness. No, in my day, there weren't fun things to do, like play with your fancy schmancy video games, your X stations, and your play boxes. In my day, we didn't have your video cassette recorders and Walkmans. No, in my day, if you wanted to watch something, you just stared at the sun. That's right, kids who wanted to have fun just laid down in a field and looked at the sun until their eyes caught on fire. Kids in my day just ran around all willy-nilly with their skulls burning on fire and flames coming out as their friends roasted chickens off the top of their flaming skulls, and that's the way it was, and by golly, we liked it.
Wow, things certainly were different in your day, Grumpy Old Man. Now, I understand you had a child, is that correct?
That's right. We had a boy, his name was Isaac. He was a good boy and we loved him. But not too much. Not like these mamby-pamby kids today with their overprotective moms and dads all coddling and smothering them like helicopter parents. You know, our kids today, they get a trophy for everything. Oh, look at you, sonny. You put your shoes on the right feet. Well, congratulations. Here's the trophy. You're a winner. Ah, phooey! In my day, we only had one game. It was called Eat the Bark Off a Tree. And nobody won because your teeth fell out and your gums bled and your small intestine was full of splinters. And that's the way it was, and by golly, we liked it. You know my boy Isaac, he was an obedient boy, and one day I said, Isaac, let's go on a camp out. But in my day, we didn't have fancy schmancy, flaggity-flobin camping supplies. No sleeping bags and tents and backpacks. No, in my day, you just skinned a cow and you slept in its rotting carcass. It smelled like moldy cheese and had maggots and was wormy inside. And that's the way it was, and we liked it. So my boy Isaac, he rolled up his rotting cow carcass and we went hiking up a mountain. Now, we didn't have fancy schmancy hiking boots in my day. No, in my day, you just hiked until your feet bled. And then you hiked some more. You hiked until your feet were just bloody little nubs at the base of your feet. And that's the way it was, and by golly, we liked it. My boy Isaac, he didn't ask silly little questions like, Dad, where are we going? Or, Dad, are we there yet? Or, Dad, can we go to Woolly World? No, in my day, we didn't have roller coasters. Kids waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. Fluggity-floo! In my day, we didn't have any of that. In my day, if you wanted to go on a family vacation, you just hiked up a mountain until your feet were bloody stumps. And then you sacrificed something, and that's the way it was, and by golly, we liked it.
Wow, Grumpy Old Man. There is no doubt that things definitely were differing in your day. Now, tell us about sacrificing your son.
In my day, when God told you to do something, you did it and you liked it. And sometimes God tells you to do things you don't want to do. But in my day, we didn't have connect cards to anonymously complain about all the things that we don't like. No, in my day, if God said to do it, you just did it. God said, sacrifice your boy Isaac. And I said, okay, God, because I knew God gave him to me and God could bring him back. So I laid my boy Isaac down on the altar and I brought up that knife. And God stopped me right at the last minute and provided a ram for the sacrifice and a thicket. And I said, all right, God, thanks for saving my boy, but I was going to obey you anyway because that's the way it was, and we liked it that way. In my day, we hiked until our feet bled and were just bloody stubs of rotting meat. And in my day, we slept in rotting, moldy, smelly, wormy cow carcasses. And we stared at the sun until our eyes bled and ate the bark off of trees until our teeth fell out and our gums bled. And that's the way it was, and by golly, we liked it.
Grumpy Old Man, everyone. This has been Weekend Update. Join us for next week's top story, conflict in the Middle East. I'm Bo Chansey, and that just happened.